Some people think I'm crazy. Fair enough. My name is Paul Salopek. I'm a biologist by training, a foreign correspondent through long experience, and a National Geographic writer and explorer. I am walking continuously without breaks from Africa all the way to the tip of South America, a place called Tierra del Fuego. My project, called The Forever Walk, is a journey of about slowing down, taking the time to listen, to learn, and to interact with humanity in the most immersive way possible. People are my destination. Regardless of who I encounter, it's the daily lives of the individuals along my trail who offer windows into the big issues of our time. Their stories form a mosaic of meaning that can connect us all. Now, my journey has taken me and my local walking partners deep into China. Who will we encounter? Where are they from and where are they going? The answers always are revealed one footstep at a time.
What a view. Not too many people get this view.
How do you walk across China? I mean, it seems like an absurd proposal to begin with because it's so diverse.
Since setting foot in the Middle Kingdom, I've been following the Hu Line. It's an imaginary boundary that divides East and West China, and it'll steer me some 6,000 kilometers across 10 provinces. It starts in the mountains of Yunnan province in China's southwest.
When I was in Myanmar, before coming to China, I was reading books about Yunnan. And I would come across this phrase over and over again. It's the most physically beautiful landscape I've ever been to. And, you know, I've seen a few places. I've been to, I don't know how many countries around the world. And when I read that, I dismiss it as being too enthusiastic. Maybe the words of a novice traveler. But Yunnan is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been through.
This is the Galigong Range, some 600 kilometers long and topping over 4,000 meters high. It's an arc of life. More than 5,000 species of higher plants carpet the Galigong Mountains. This botanical richness, crammed into a tiny proverbial space the size of Rhode Island, equals a third of all the native flora in the United States.
"经过山顶一片华山松林的时候，哇，那个松林特别美，前是一抱粗的，直径20厘米左右到30厘米左右的那个华山松，长得特别笔直。保罗先生说：“啊，大家不要说话，在里面感受一下，哇，那个蝉鸣在林间环绕着。”然后保罗先生弯下腰，静静地拍着一朵凤仙花，然后我又从背后偷偷地把它拍了，然后那个画面就特别棒，特别美，至少10年内我是不会忘掉。
For years, I've been hiking continents emptied of wildlife by humans. The Galigong represent a last chance for solace. They are one of the planet's few remaining vaults of biodiversity, a glimpse into a teeming Earth that once was.
Wow, 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 wow. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So, across all of China, it'll be more than 7 million footsteps.
7 million. 720万步，720万步，720。
My legs are going to be 10 centimeters shorter by the time I reach Siberia.
The growing community that surrounds the walk, that becomes involved in the walk, becomes like a cross-cultural family. Mine isn't a solo journey. In fact, I couldn't even conceive of doing it alone, for good reason.
脚出血一点问题，需要药品吗？要不要帮你喷点药？
The only times I've gotten injured on this whole trip is walking these kind of roads. That's the only time.
就是一般体力的人，大概在走到40公里的时候，脚是会起泡的。然后走着走着，走到大概100公里以后，走在路上的时候，就好像自己的脚突然有了一块肉垫一样，他就这种感觉。继续再走一些公里以后，可能就会觉得麻木了。
As a storyteller, almost every person that I meet along my way helps me make sense of the world. Something about walking creates especially powerful bonds. But eventually, I do have to part ways with them. And this includes those who walk with me, my walking partners. After 50 or 500 kilometers, they go back to their lives. So there's a cost, a sadness that comes woven into my walking trail. To be honest, after 9 years, it's not getting any easier. In fact, it's getting harder to say goodbye. The only thing I can console myself with is I say so many goodbyes because I'm also constantly saying hello. From Dali to Lijiang, my new walking partner joins my journey. 28-year-old photographer and Yunnan native Marina Zhang.
其实第一反应是，他真酷呀！当时他是在那个沙漠里头，前面的话是个古遗迹，他整个人是趴在地上的，可以跟这个土地那么近距离的接触，我就明白了我的这个徒步是怎么一回事了。
We pass a small village by the name of Runangguo. It's a remote place, sleepy, almost forgotten. But here, we've just hit our first milestone in China.
The idea is to systematically record what I see and what the world looks like exactly every 100 miles along the pathway. I basically shoot a panorama photograph. I take a picture of the sky, a picture of the ground, and I also record some audio and some video. And then I talk to the first human being that I meet near this milestone recording. If you could explain to him, Marina, that I'm walking across Yunnan and I'm stopping every 160 kilometers to talk to the first person I meet.
大爹你好，保罗他这个人了嘛，他是靠他那个脚嘎，从那个腾冲那边一步一步路走来你这点呢，他会邀请你参加他那一个活动，他问你3个问题，你照实答就可以了，你这个愿意参加？
愿意参加。
So the first question is, who are you?
我是村长，要是岳麓群山学会员，要是一名共产党员。
And where do you come from?
我是从子弹出生的。
And where are you going?
生活嘛，保护我们本地方的森林。
Hey, Mr. Liu, can I take a picture of you right now?
好的。
I record milestones every 100 miles. I ask these same questions at each one, no matter where they occur. They're questions about human identity, human migration, and belonging, the core questions of the walk. With these snapshots, the hope is to assemble a global picture of what the human family looks like and is thinking about in the 21st century. Along my journey, I invite people along even for shorter periods because they bring a very specialized perspective of each landscape. And Lukas Madrinsky is one of them.
我原来是在上海同济大学嘛，硕士和博士都是研究生态旅游。我是经常来这边，因为是研究丽江的生态旅游。
You know, you're saying the forest is coming back with good forest management practices. What about wildlife? Have you seen any increase in wildlife?
野生动物也太多了。
He says there's a lot of them right now.
数都数不完。山上也有榆树啊、老树啊、矮呀，什么都有。
狼有吗？
狼没有。
So when you were a young man, there were less because they were being hunted?
因为那时候啊，不积累嘛，越人家把它撵，现在保护些不会撵了，要复杂。会写。
中文名字叫什么？有 Chinese name？
他姓保。
保老师，保老师。
那是可。
什么意思
So they totally have emo.
冰棍。
Take that, to grab that.
After lunch, we head towards our next stop, a village by the unlikely name of Shanghai. Ranger Lu offers to lead us along his patrol trails, a shortcut across the mountains. This is also an opportunity to get a taste of a forest guard's daily life. Believe it or not, this is Lu's office. So much of this flora and fauna I'm seeing for the first time.
So it's a Chinese protected plant. 是叫什么名字？
Fir. 火杜莎。
Chinese yew.
Yew.
Yeah.
火杜莎。
Of the bark. It has chemical components that are used in Western medicine to treat cancer.
Oh.
The tree grows really, really slow. There's trees that are over 1,000 years old in Laojun Mountains. 我是对这个高山生态系统现在慢慢了解嘛，就像这个植物手册的也是我编辑的，这所有的照片也是我自己拍的。
Lucas told me, I found my place in the world. You know, I've found the place that I know I want to be, and it's here. It's maybe one of the few places in the world where resources are being put into that at the scale that it is in China, right? I mean, it's a massive scale. He feels there's enough kind of institutional awareness and support. He can get up in the morning and go to work in good faith.
Particular to Lijiang, it's called Lomatogonium lijiangense.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's specific for this, and its Latin name comes after Lijiang.
Is it a gentian or no?
It's related. It's within the gentian family, yes.
Yeah. 大过了睡大觉可以睡了。是啊。
You're putting your body out into nature. You're putting your body out into the climate, into the weather. You're putting your body out onto the road. You're not locked away inside of any kind of a bubble of steel or glass.
Yeah!
And that automatically puts you on equal footing with the people that you meet on foot.
What a view. Not too many people get this view.
An hour into our trek through the mountain range, we look for a place to catch our breath. And here, forest guard Lu Wanjiang shares a story from his past.
死掉一头牦牛，黑熊在那前面，它吃了牦牛肉，然后吃饱掉，睡在这个点。
站的地方就是熊睡的地方。
现在我们住的地方就是熊睡的地方。你一来就是住在这个地方，就要把它成起巨石。
你和一个人交流的话，不是说要强有力的去跟他交谈获取信息。如果你可以以一种很无我的状态和这个人去接触，愿意去听他讲，愿意回归到一个很平常的一个状态，那么这个人的话，他后面也就会愿意再跟你再接触下去。
After 3 hours on foot, this shortcut through the mountains is starting to feel endless. But it's too late to turn back now. We need to get to our next destination, Shanghai, by nightfall, or risk sleeping outside in the rough.
山头背后就是栗子谷了，我走了1个小时的地方，到栗子谷2个小时的地方。 到上海要3个小时的地方，我走，但是你们走还要4、5个小时呢。
真的吗？
现在还用4个5个小时吗？
要呢。
现在呀。
我走1个小时的地方要走了2、3个小时了。
He said we spend 2 to 3 hours arriving here. This distance he only need to walk for 1 hour.
Yeah. He's got an evil glint in his eye.
No, he likes.
He's shaking his hand.
What a bunch of wimps.
As day softens into night, the darkness envelops us. and there is still no village in sight.
That's the sign that you've come back to civilization, right? You hear a chicken or you hear a dog, a wild landscape like this. When the dog was barking, I knew, okay, we're getting close finally.
Walking opens your senses, it opens your mind. Walking strengthens your body. Walking strengthens the power of curiosity. Walking is a big, long conversation with the world and with the people who live in it. That, in its essence, is what this project is about. It's an accumulation of listening. It's a listening tour. It's listening across continents to what people are saying, what people have in their heart, what people have in their mind, with the hope of coming out of the walk with some meaning and some answers.
我们还有多长时间到？
往上走啊！
Dazzling lights of Shanghai.